Have you ever noticed that some of the smartest people you know seem to prefer being alone? Maybe it's that friend who always chooses a quiet night in over a crowded party, or a colleague who thrives in solitude rather than the bustling office environment. There's a reason for this, and it's more fascinating than you might think. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, because you won't want to miss the insights coming up. Intelligence and solitude often go hand in hand, but not in the way most people think. It's not about shyness or social awkwardness. It's deeper, rooted in the psychology of how intelligent minds process the world. Smart people often see things differently. While the crowd chases distractions, they find clarity in quiet. Solitude isn't a punishment for them, it's a playground for their thoughts. Think about it. In solitude, there are no interruptions, no social masks, no small talk that wastes precious mental energy. For someone with a highly analytical mind, these distractions can feel exhausting. They don't just prefer alone time. They need it to recharge and make sense of their complex inner world. Studies show that intelligent individuals often score higher on traits like introspection, reflection, and curiosity. When left alone, they're not lonely. They're exploring ideas, forming new perspectives, and solving problems in ways most people can't even imagine. It's in these quiet moments that creativity and innovation spark. Some of the greatest thinkers in history, Einstein, Curie, Da Vinci, spent countless hours in solitude, not just thinking, but living inside their own minds. But here's where it gets really interesting. Smart people don't just seek solitude, they choose it strategically. Social interactions, while sometimes enjoyable, can be mentally taxing. Every conversation, every interaction requires energy, attention, and emotional processing. For highly intelligent individuals, this cost can outweigh the social reward. That's why they carefully select when, where, and with whom they spend their time. It's also important to understand that their preference for solitude isn't about avoiding people. It's about depth over breadth. While many are satisfied with casual connections, intelligent minds crave meaningful relationships. They'd rather have one profound conversation than 10 shallow interactions. And this doesn't make them antisocial. It makes them intentional, protective of their time, and deeply aware of how energy and attention shape their lives. Solitude also allows smart people to confront themselves in ways others might avoid. It gives them the space to wrestle with big questions, examine their values, and explore their emotions. This self-awareness is a hallmark of intelligence, and it often makes them appear mysterious or even distant to others. But in reality, it's a sign of emotional and intellectual strength. Here's a subtle truth many overlook. The world moves fast, and social expectations are relentless. For someone who processes life deeply, constantly navigating these currents can feel overwhelming. Choosing solitude isn't a rejection of the world. It's a way to step back, recharge, and return with a sharper mind and clearer vision. And here's something that might surprise you. Intelligence doesn't just make solitude preferable, it also enhances the experience. Highly intelligent individuals can entertain themselves mentally in ways that others can't. They can lose hours pondering ideas, crafting strategies, or imagining possibilities. For them, being alone is never boring, it's exhilarating. In the next segment, we're going to explore even more surprising reasons why smart people crave solitude, including insights from neuroscience and psychology that explain this behavior in ways most people never realize. You'll also discover how this trait impacts their relationships, creativity, and even emotional resilience. Now let's dive deeper. One of the most fascinating reasons smart people prefer solitude comes straight from neuroscience. Research shows that highly intelligent individuals have brains that are more active in the default mode network, the area responsible for introspection, imagination, and daydreaming. This means that when they're alone, their minds aren't idle. They're alive, exploring ideas, connecting dots, and solving problems in ways that social settings often can't facilitate. In a crowded room, this intricate thinking process can be disrupted, leaving them drained rather than energized. Another subtle reason is emotional intensity. Intelligent people tend to feel emotions more deeply. While this can make life rich and meaningful, it can also make social interactions exhausting. Conversations that seem trivial to others can feel heavy or overstimulating. Being alone allows them to process emotions fully, without external pressures or the need to perform socially. This doesn't make them cold, it makes them emotionally sophisticated. Interestingly, solitude can even boost their creativity. Think about it. When you're alone, there's no external noise, no competing opinions, no distractions pulling attention away. This mental space allows for innovative thinking and problem-solving at levels many never experience. Some of the world's most groundbreaking discoveries, from Newton's laws to modern AI algorithms, have roots in the focused solitude of brilliant minds. But it's not just about thinking or feeling, it's also about living authentically. Highly intelligent individuals often resist social norms that feel arbitrary or limiting. They're not interested in conforming just for acceptance. This can make social settings tiring, even frustrating. Choosing solitude allows them to live life on their own terms, exploring passions and ideas without compromise. It's freedom, wrapped in silence. Yet, despite all these advantages, solitude isn't always easy. The world often misinterprets it as loneliness or social deficiency. Smart people may face misunderstandings or even judgment from peers who don't understand their need for space. But here, the key. They aren't avoiding connection, they're optimizing it. When they do engage socially, they bring depth, insight, and authenticity that casual interactions rarely produce. It's quality over quantity, and it's what sets them apart. Another compelling insight comes from psychology. Intelligent people are often future-oriented thinkers. They weigh consequences, anticipate outcomes, and consider multiple perspectives. Social distractions can interrupt this foresight, while solitude provides the mental clarity to plan, strategize, and innovate. In essence, alone time isn't just rest, it's preparation for a more effective, meaningful life. And here's a fascinating paradox. While smart people thrive in solitude, this doesn't make them loners by default. Many are deeply empathetic and capable of forming profound, lasting relationships. They just choose connections carefully. They invest their time where it matters most and avoid superficial interactions that drain their energy. It's a conscious, deliberate way of living that many overlook. So if you've ever felt misunderstood for preferring your own company, take heart. Solitude isn't a flaw, it's a strength. It's a sign that you value your thoughts, your growth, and your emotional and intellectual well-being. By embracing alone time, you're not just surviving, you're cultivating the mental space to think deeply, create passionately, and live authentically. In a world obsessed with constant social engagement, smart people remind us that silence and solitude are not just luxuries, they're necessities. They show us that true intelligence isn't about fitting in. It's about understanding yourself, the world, and your place in it. It's about knowing that sometimes the best way to connect with life is to step back, breathe, and allow your mind the freedom to explore. So next time you meet someone who values their alone time, don't mistake it for loneliness or arrogance. Respect it, because in that quiet space, some of the most brilliant ideas, reflections, and life-changing insights are being born. And maybe, just maybe, you could learn to appreciate a little solitude yourself. If this video opened your eyes to the power of solitude, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. There's so much more to explore about the human mind, behavior, and the psychology of living fully, and I promise you won't want to miss it.